Welcome to the day in the life of an elementary school counselor. When I first get into work, first thing I do is just put my stuff down, put my lunch away, and then every morning I have a quick check-in with a student, and you could just pretend they're sitting in that chair there. And then I go ahead outside my office and I check this little locked box where students fill out these forms to see me if they need to talk about anything. So I go ahead and grab those, and then I pull a student who's going up on the wall of fame, and they get to pick out one of these prizes from the prize box. And then they also have this picture that I hang up, which they draw a picture of themselves, and then they just write a couple things about themselves. And then I'm heading over to my computer, checking emails, and then I'm looking through these sign-up forms that kids filled out to see me. You'll see one kid wrote unknown for their name and no other information, so no idea who that was, and that one unfortunately I just got rid of. But now I'm just going through and looking at student schedules for the days, teachers, class schedules, and making kind of a plan of who I'm going to see and when today. And then I'm going to go ahead and put up a new bulletin board. So I'm taking down an old one that I have, which right here, as you can see, was about belonging, and I'm switching it up for a friendship one. And then I went ahead and pulled another student who's going on the wall of fame. They also picked out a prize. And then today I had a bunch of classes, some classes that I'm teaching. So first I had a 4th grade class. We started with some Lion King yoga. And then they are working on conflict resolution. So we did a little review of conflict resolution steps, which you can see here. We use the acronym of WISE to learn how to solve conflicts. And then we also went into speaking and listening with respect, talking about how to do that. And then they finished working on this worksheet that they started last week. So they have a situation that they have to work through, and then work through the steps of WISE to figure out how to solve that situation. After that, I had a little break where I saw another student. We are working on some anxiety and coping skills. This Don't Break the Ice game, I put little stickers on the bottom. Each sticker, you do a different coping skill depending on the color. This next student I saw was having some low self-esteem this day, so they made this card with 3 things that makes them happy. Then the next class I had was a 5th grade class where we did a restorative circle. My little bear there is the talking piece, and then we also made this poster of rules to follow when we are in our circle. My next class was a 2nd grade class, and they are working on these SEL worksheets, and then as they finish that, they can transition into playing with some fun stuff like Play-Doh, games. My last class of the day was kindergarten. They have been introduced to a new emotion feeling every week, and this week they learned about confidence. So we went over some different words for confidence. We read a little confidence spot book, and then we learned some affirmations, practiced some affirmations, and then they all made a little affirmation sign. The next student I saw is working on some manners, so we read a manners social story, then just kind of chit-chat, talked a little bit about it. My last student of the day was just a little check-in. They just needed to unload, vent a little bit, and we played with some slime while they were doing that. The students love to play with slime. After this student left my office, it was time to put in all my data for the day. So like who I saw, the date that I saw them, the reason for seeing them, and all of that super cool data stuff. Last thing I have to do is go out to loop duty. So I got to put on my coat so I stay nice and toasty warm. And then I'm just heading out to the loop to see the kids off.